Okay, guys, well, as you know by now, I'm pretty big on using examples. I think it just really works wonders, especially in a visual field like ours. I think it just makes a whole lot of sense to use examples. So what I have here, I just have some examples of uh, really basic portfolios, PDF portfolios that can either be delivered online or as a separate file. This is a wonderful way to set up your portfolio. Very, very versatile. And there's not too much you have to do from here to print this out as and have it act as a book. Um, okay, so let's take a look. I've got two examples. I'll do this quickly, but I just want you to take a look at the two examples. Now, again, these are PDF portfolios. That's why you're not seeing spreads. Okay, so this is the first piece. I want you to note where the type is, okay, and the amount of type. Now, I'm just going to go through. I want you guys to look at the work as well as the presentation, okay? As what I'm seeing in this page is that I'm seeing really nice grid. You have a 3-column grid, and this one is divided into two, but they're two equal areas. So mathematically, this page works out beautifully. Now I want to show you that this is the same part of the same campaign. I want you to note that the text is not continued on the next page because it's part of the same campaign. And like what, actually she does define this as DeVille Online, but it is part of this. So she's got DeVille Print and DeVille Online. And then I want you to take a look at the presentation. Okay, note the building, the development of depth by layering things. And that's a really, really interesting technique that I think that could definitely be employed by a lot of requirements in our portfolio. Okay, here's a new piece. Note that text is located in an identical spot. Okay, likewise, so the text doesn't move, guys, and we still have this basic three column grid. Okay, that here's again, here's this one's kind of being broke a little bit, but you basically got the 3-column grid. And then variations of that. But note, everything is in alignment with something. Nothing is kind of straight off by itself. And there's a lot of this kind of like I said, building depth by layering items on the page. And that's a very interesting technique. Here's a mailer. I'm going to leave these two as examples. These are public forum examples, so I can certainly post them. Okay, this designer's not afraid to use that 3rd column just with white space. And again, a variation of what I just said. Okay, here's some really nice way to present your websites, guys. This piece, I'm going to skip over it because I don't care for it. I should clarify that. It's a Ragu piece. You guys can take a look. I am not censoring the piece. I just don't think it's done very well. So I'll leave that in the public in the announcement, but you can go ahead and take a look at that on your own. Another example of just wonderful layout. Everything's in alignment. This page especially. Okay, use of white space, variation of that. Okay, and then you get the point, right? They're just wonderful ways of presenting your work. I've had a lot of emails saying, how do you suggest I present my website? Well, here you go. Well, you know what? Let me show you another one. This portfolio here is a little bit more geared towards a web designer. I wonder why that's not working. Okay, so cover, a little bit about, okay, so we got a 3-column logo sheet. Again, here's some wonderful ways to present your advertising, guys. This is actually this is a book, a recipe book, an online recipe book. Then you can see the sub pages presented within the same iPad. Really cool presentation, wouldn't you say? Again, more recipes, more sub pages presented in that same And then here's just some more presentation. Here's the main page. Here's a sub page. Okay, remember we're going 3 pages deep. So think about a presentation like this. And there's many of these. As I said, this designer is more gearing their branding towards web design. So that's why there's all these different examples using electronic media. There's an interesting way to show your work. And this is a great one too. This is the iPad. This is an iPhone. Okay, and then we switch to more traditional media. Okay, note the grid, guys. Note the use of the grid. Solid, solid. Nothing's astray. Nothing is askew, as they say. Okay, so you get some ideas and just different ways of presenting your work. And again, I'll post these. I'll leave the link right here so you can see these. But think about presentation, guys, and just really take a look at these. And again, just note the consistency of the type on every page. So the viewer doesn't have to go looking around for type. They know exactly where it's at on every page. All right, note the alignment. Okay, I'm not going to move my cursor, okay? I'm going to leave my cursor in roughly the same spot. Note where it is. And I'm going to just scroll up the page, and I want you to watch the alignment. Okay, see that left the margin does not move. It does in some areas, but that is solid, and that's why these pages do the same on the right. Here I am over here. Do the same thing here. See, it does those right margins of presentation. They don't move. So that's gorgeous work right there. Okay, and that's what we're looking for. Something like that. Nothing too crazy. Nothing, this is a first portfolio, presumably. So you can build on what you learn, but this is what we're shooting for. Something very, very, very minimal like this, showing good layout, good attention to detail, good hierarchy, good typography, and good placement. Okay, if anybody has any questions, feel free to give me a holler. Thanks.